Okay, what's cracking, guys? I'm doing this a little bit different this time. I actually went through and completed two more missions. I got bronze on both of them. Here, I'm gonna try to go for silver on both of them. I didn't get the silver though, but just to capture them. Um, this is the first Y-wing mission that you get to do. I was always a huge fan of the Y-wing back when I was a kid. I think it was one of my favorite ships. This level is unfortunately quite a slog, though. Um, so the Y-wing is what the game refers to as the workhorse of the Rebel fleet, and I mean, I love the design of it, and I love flying around in a bomber. When I was a kid, I had like little models and stuff of like B-17 bombers, and I was into a lot of World War II stuff, and I just loved like bomber ships and bomber planes and stuff like that. So I was just naturally a huge fan of the Y-wing. Basically, this mission is just all you're doing is just you're finding where these little areas are. Goddamn camera angle. You're just finding where these little areas are that you need to go to, where there's like installations and stuff, and you're just taking them out. You're just going through and bombing them. The biggest tactic, the most important tactic that I think, if I could give suggestions with regards to how to play this game, is you need to stay low. And you're actually going to see it later in this mission. I get taken out, I think, twice by TIE interceptors. And the reason why that happens is when you fly at a higher altitude, the interceptors seem to naturally gravitate towards you. And you also need to make sure you take out those turrets, because those missile turrets will fuck you up. And pretty much any of the missions where you got to deal with missile turrets in the general vicinity, you got to make sure you take them out. And the reason why I'm not using bombs here yet is because you go through bombs really quickly. Like, it doesn't really seem like the bombs sometimes, especially if you're not using them right, and it's very easy to use the bombs incorrectly. When you're not using the bombs right, it just really seems like you just run through them like way too fucking quick. And that's kind of what makes the Y-wing such a pain in the ass. It can take a lot of damage, and it has a lot of little unique quirks going for it. As a matter of fact, it has a secondary weapon called an ion cannon, that we'll be seeing a bit of here in the next level. Not in the Y-wing though, in the X-wing. But yeah, it has an ion cannon that you can use to capture enemy fighters as opposed to destroying them. Which I think I'm not entirely sure, but I think you get something for doing that. Like I said, I can't really remember. It's been so long since I've like gone through and just 100%, 100% in quotation marks there, completed this game. I'm also experimenting a little bit more with some different music and stuff. I actually did a couple of test runs again, trying to capture the in-game music, the characters talking, the voice volume, and the sound effects volume. I went through and recorded a couple of more like test recordings, and in Fraps, I don't know, man. I'm just ready to give up on Fraps, honestly. Trying to make it work decently. Now let's see. I wasn't trying to see if I'd completed that first part of that mission yet. Yeah, like I said, flying around the Y-wing in any Y-wing mission is a slog. But I mean, I guess that tracks, because I mean you are flying it around in a, you know, in a bomber plane essentially. And the point is not to you know, engage enemy fighters and stuff. It's just to destroy targets. I'm actually kind of surprised. I think when I first played through this mission, I had lost I think 2 lives here by this point in the game, and I only had 1 to finish the rest of it. And I think something weird is about to happen. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, that's not going to help very much. I think I was just having an issue with the camera. When I was recording this footage, I was listening to one of my favorite YouTubers. This guy goes by the channel name of Classic Arcade Repairs. Really awesome channel. I might even link it in the description. But all you gotta do is just look up Classic Arcade Repairs and you'll be able to find it. This guy who repairs PCBs for old arcade machines and stuff like that. It's incredibly fascinating. As somebody who does, you know, welding and solder work, I love learning about that kind of stuff. It's become like my new passion is watching videos like that. All right, so we're getting close to the next little area that you got to take out. So there's like an introduction area to the area, and then there's the area itself. And I do think, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe you have to take these out in order to complete the mission. And it doesn't necessarily seem like it, because it seems like these little buildings here are just kind of like standalone and have nothing to do with the other area. But I think that if you don't take those out, then the mission just keeps going. Yeah, see, that technique I was telling you about, you gotta stay low to avoid the enemy fighters, and don't overuse your bombs. Like, it's kind of necessary. See, I'm gonna gain some altitude here, and I'm gonna start getting taken out by TIE interceptors. See, right there, it's happening right now. Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta stay low. And it seems incredibly counterintuitive. But you know, you just gotta. It's just something that you gotta do. Something you gotta deal with. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. See, got taken out again. Twice by TIE interceptors because I was flying too high. But you gotta fly high in order to drop the bombs. Which is one of the main reasons why it's a good idea to fly low and just sort of swoop down and take as much out with your laser cannons as much as possible. This is where Wedge Antilles gets captured. So the next mission that we're going to be doing is Wedge Antilles is on a prison train, and we're going to have to save him. I think I only have like 3 more buildings I need to take out before. Yeah, just got that little satellite and those 2 guys right there. I think I would have gotten silver or maybe even gold if I hadn't taken so long. I guess my strategies aren't really they're not very good for getting the gold and silver medals, but you know, if you want to win the mission, you know, if that's all you want to do. I think I still got a bronze in this one. Let's see where we're at. Yep, still got a bronze. Yeah, I just took too much time. Everything else was great. Look at that accuracy. 63%. That's good enough for a gold. Same thing with enemies destroyed. That I'm pretty sure that's good enough for a gold. Yeah, it's just the time completion was off. Well, that's gonna be it for this segment. The next mission is kind of a joke, and I'll demonstrate why in just a moment. Okay, kids, this is gonna be a quick one. Basically just 2 minutes of gameplay, if even that. I think this mission lasts less than a minute. It seems to me like they were just running out of... maybe they were just running out of ideas, or maybe they thought some of the previous missions were too difficult, and they just wanted to give the players a bit of an easy mission to give them a sense of progression, a quicker sense of progression, as opposed to dealing with a whole bunch of really hard missions in a row. So basically, Wedge Antilles was captured, and we're gonna go save him. And the way that we're gonna go save him is we're gonna use our ion cannons on the X-wing, which before I played this game, I didn't know that the X-wing even had an ion cannon. It's not in any of the movies, as far as I know. I think I'm gonna die here, but that's fine. But yeah, that's all you gotta do is you just shoot the damn train. Yep, got taken out by a walker. My God, how embarrassing. But yeah, this is all that you have to do. You can do more. You can take out more enemies and let the train get a little bit farther. But this is all. That's the mission. And I do believe I completed that in about 50 seconds. The dialogue here, I know you guys can't hear it. It's kind of funny. Wedge Antilles was like, oh yeah, the food was good, but the service was lousy. I love Wedge Antilles, man. Yeah, it really sucks that, let's take a look here. Yeah, 50 seconds. Really good accuracy. No enemies destroyed. Damn. Yeah, that's what I would have needed for silver. Well, looks like that's that. Yeah, it really sucks that Rogue One, that fucking Rogue One movie sucks so bad. Wedge Antilles deserves to be like a main character, like a well-known main character in Star Wars. I think he's great. I think he's fantastic. He's got a great personality. He has... I mean, he in my opinion, in terms of like Star Wars characters that are sort of like background characters, he is on par with like Dash Rendar, Kason Moore, too, obviously, and Kyle Katarn from what is it, Dark Forces? Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of really awesome background characters in Star Wars that just they just don't get enough love. But anyway, next time, I think next time I'm gonna try to do something different. I just got so sycophantically obsessed with trying to make the Star Wars Rogue Squadron capture as good as I could make it. Like I'm just absolutely flustered and frustrated. Whenever I encounter a problem where, like, I encounter a challenge like this where it's like, okay, like what you're doing isn't working and the product that you're making is really bad, it just incentivizes me to try harder as opposed to giving up. And that's just how I am. But anyway, I think next time we'll try something a bit different. Maybe, I know I keep saying this. I know I keep saying that I'm going to give Rogue Squadron a rest. But, I think next time we're going to try something a little bit different. I don't know exactly what that is yet, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys then. Awesome.